Mic check, 1, 2. What is this? You're now tuned into Imperfect Sense right here on UnifiedRadio.tv. I'm one of four hosts, one of four moderators, one of four opinionated brothers. I go by the name of Eric E., Mr. Dawson, whatever it is you call me. But I beg you, please do not call me a midget. And to the left of me, I got the fitness guru Flesh with me.
Yeah. Fit virus.
To the right of me, I got the bully Conway.
Yeah.
He only a bully in the street. Wifey and them daughters say he a teddy bear at home. He a teddy bear at home, man.
Facts.
Like, hey, everybody, if this is your first time viewing us and listening to us, man, we appreciate it. But look, we dropping this disclaimer because look, if you're sensitive about your race, religion, sex, or gender or politics, this is not the show for you, man. This is Imperfect Sense, man. We are four opinionated brothers, even though we missing one. Andy is still home, being, a little COVID-19.
Yeah, he be back 2021.
2027, somewhere around those numbers, Andy will be back. But shout out to Andy, man. He's taking all the precautions necessary, man, so he can continue to eat that butt on a regular basis and not be sick. Shout out to Andy, baby. Shout out to Andy. Don't make the face like you don't know he home eating newlywed ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So look, man, everybody that's tuned in to us, man,
Definitely
we thank y'all. We definitely thank y'all.
Yes.
And for real, we're gonna have a lot of fun today. Talking about little bullshit. Talking about, we coming down on us men. We be having women all in the comment sections on the gram and on Facebook, always talking about we attacking y'all. We don't.
Nah.
You know what I mean? We just speak real. This is
Speaking
Imperfect
truth,
Sense.
that's all. Speaking
Where
truth.
everybody else talk about something else, we going this way. We having that barbershop talk, that salon talk, that talk that y'all have at the water cooler at work, or, via text message. Y'all know the shit y'all be talking amongst each other, but we talking here live. You know it.
Some of them don't have a job with a water cooler, so.
Well, that too, like, you know what I mean? It's no water cooler by the strip pole, you dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's no water
There's
cooler
no
on the
water
corner on the
cooler.
trap.
Yeah, that's
You know what I mean? They the ones that could be complaining all the goddamn
Yeah, well,
time.
right now, we talking to the, the unemployment team. Everybody home collecting that check.
Well, some of them ain't collecting the check, but we can talk to them.
So check it out, man. Look, we're gonna have a good time. We talking about little bullshit today, man. Something came up hot in the news this week. Something came up hot in the news. It's always via TMZ, some type of way, getting in people's business. But they reported that rapper Future has baby mama. I believe this is number 8.
Oh,
right?
yeah, 8. On the
8.
way.
So this right here.
On the
8.
way.
No, she's here. The child is here.
the
Had a paternity test.
Well, 8, the number 8 means new beginning. So, maybe this is last child,
New beginnings to a new child support payment. That's what it is. That's the new beginning for the new child support payment. But it sparked a lot of interest amongst us around the table because
That's why I dropped that album.
we trying to figure out why us as men just plant our seeds every fucking where. Now, out of 7, I don't know the particular. Is it 7 or 8 baby mamas? Which one is it? I think it's 8, right?
It's 8.
Out of them 7 women, not one wife, not one fucking wife. I don't understand it. Like, we got to keep it real. I got a son. All of us in here, we got children. Usually in our community, I hate to say it, usually our first baby mama or the woman's first baby daddy ain't the one.
Well, yeah.
It happens a lot, you know what I mean? In other cultures, people get married, they raise a family, which reason why we kind of financially left behind, but that's something totally different.
Well, that's why some of them kill each other. But no.
But that's
you on some other shit.
You on
some
other
shit.
shit.
Because they faking like they happy and shit.
But what I'm saying is we talked about this on a previous show. Was like when we talk about the black dollar and the black family, it's like you got daddy living in one house, mommy living in another house. Here you go, you got 2 gas and electric bills, you got 2 car insurances, you got 2 mortgages or 2 rents, whatever it is. But in other cultures, Asian, A lot of times a Latino, even though they got 15 fucking people in a 2-bedroom apartment sometimes.
Smart though.
And saving that money.
One
Rent
fucking
ain't
bill.
never late. Shout out to them. And all my private landlords that love y'all. Because they never are late on the fucking rent. But when it comes to our culture, we having babies after babies and no marriage. So this will spark this. How can us as men change the narrative? Because for me, it's like, I hate to say that it's disgusting, but it is disgusting. Like, you got all them children, and you nutted and all them women raw, and nobody's your wife.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, so what are you saying to your children as they get older? Like, what's the message you think?
Free game.
Join the club.
Free game.
Yeah.
I mean, like, truth be told, it's like, when you go back to Jamal Bryant, right?
Ooh.
Like, you couldn't, like...
You know, Art don't want to hear his name, yeah.
But still, I couldn't take advice from him, because even though he's a man, at the end of the day, you can't tell me how to be in a relationship when you agree to have a baby by a person that wasn't even your girl. You know what I mean?
Wasn't even your wife.
Yeah. Like, he got a child coming down, too. Or she pregnant. That's not his chick, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, with Future, how can you tell your son, like, yo, da-da-da-da, like, even though they always say, don't be like me, be better than me.
But you got to set the example.
You got to set it, though, somewhere.
Yeah. You do.
Yeah, you definitely got to set the example.
But,
you want to get in something flesh?
Yeah, but in reference to that, though, is like, when you look at the culture, when has a mother and father with kids, when was the last time that was glorified? When you look back in the old days, in the old pictures, when, you know,
back in 97.
No, even like 97, even before, like you look at all the pictures back during before desegregation.
I was getting ready to say
Before desegregation, you look at all them family pictures, the father, the mother's there with the kids. The black family was a unit. After desegregation, it just seemed like over time. And remember, that was 53, 51, something like that. So only been like 66 years or some shit like that.
97 it stopped, though.
Yeah.
That's when they took off of TGI Friday.
Yeah.
You couldn't see Urkel on them, though.
Yeah, true, because... I know.
No, dead ass, though.
But he's right, because when we was coming up, you saw family...
You better elaborate.
I'm going to help him elaborate. Remember, when we were coming up, we saw... families like that on TV. The Cosbys.
I get it.
The Cosbys, Family Manners. So
different world.
Like, so you saw groups of black families together. You no longer see that anymore.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, but we've had other programming that my wife and kids. We had other programming.
Yeah, but you gotta think about it. Even my wife and kids, the mother and father was there, even though they were white. The mother and father was still there in their life. Even when you go to Mama's Family. The mother was there. The only reason why the father wasn't there because he died in one of the episodes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, shit, we could go to Heat of the Night. Even back in the Heat of the Night, had the good times, mother and father. I mean, even though I can't believe, like, life struck them bad every fucking time it went good.
That was Florida Evans' fault, but we'll get into that. Every time they had a chance to get ahead, she was like, "Oh no, James, God wouldn't like that. He would want us to eat oatmeal every fucking day."
But it's like, I mean, after, I guess, networks and shit saying that wasn't what was making that networks run. It started putting an image into the neighborhoods, ours, because it seemed like we watch a lot of fucking TV when whites read a lot of books. We start emulating what we seen. You know what I mean?
But guess what? It always been like that.
Yeah.
That's why when TV first came out, that's why they wouldn't allow you at certain times. That's why I said, like, today, people be thinking that they reinventing the wheel. Like, they've been doing this shit since forever. When the TV first came out, remember, I Love Lucy, fucking they was married and still sleeping in separate beds.
Yeah,
because they didn't. Those shows was really racist too.
But what I'm saying, listen. But what I'm saying is that
Italian.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is the image of the family household, even for them, for their culture to stay in order, the husband and wife was sleeping in separate beds. The Brady Bunch. the husband and wife were sleeping in the same room but in separate beds because
but they were still in the house. That's the thing.
And that's what I'm saying. But because we never thought about that back then. Why? Because as children, you didn't want to get that image of saying having sex at an early age and stuff like that was acceptable, so they knew not to put the parents in the same bed.
But then you know a lot of other things too. A lot of people lived that seeing your grandmother and your grandfather sleeping separately and never understood why.
It never was questioned.
And motherfucker, you better not question Big Mama, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, oh, all right. Well, I guess that's what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you don't understand that. But then later on down the line, it's like, oh, damn, they weren't cutting with each other. But
So we go from that, keeping some order and structure and guidance and discipline in the household to now you can do what you feel like, and now you got multiple fucking kids everywhere, and now you mad.
Real life Brady Bunch.
Yeah, and now you mad because you have no structure because you done made 50 million mistakes and you didn't want to listen to the people that came before you. You wanted to develop this new, I call European way of thinking.
Or the African way of thinking, that people say African way of thinking. Having a bunch of bitches. Oh, excuse me. A bunch of women.
Oh, come on, bro.
What?
I mean,
for real, that's facts.
Come on
Yo,
now,
everybody
bro,
that you hear say, "Oh, it's right to have more than one woman." Preaching African life. So, tell me where I'm wrong.
Well,
show me where I'm wrong.
In other cultures,
listen. I want to go at you with that, but we're just gonna go us off top.
Other cultures in other countries, you know, men have multiple wives.
Right.
So I understand what you're saying, but you know,
that's another topic.
I couldn't. For me, it's hard enough to deal with one of y'all. Multiple, hell to the no. I don't want nothing to do with that culture at all.
Yeah,
please, Lord.
Listen, I get what you're saying.
Please, Lord.
Yeah, I get what you're saying because see, I'm keeping everything within the American culture from how we grew up. That's why I ain't go over that far because I agree with you on that standpoint, but you can't mix two different type of cultures.
What's going on though.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Say the same shit.
I get that, but unfortunately, that's what I'm saying. But if you live a lifestyle like that, and this is for you men out there who want to live that lifestyle like that, then guess what? You want to bring the African way of life over here, then guess what? When it's time for these women to hit you up with fucking child support because you're not being around, don't fucking cry about it because this is what the fuck you wanted. You can't try to live like you in another country and then not support these women financially when you going around and planting your seed in everybody. You need to take responsibility for your actions.
My thing is I'm trying to figure out, and hopefully when this episode drop and the women see the video and they hear the audio, they can give us some feedback since we don't have none of them in here. Like, what are you thinking as a woman? Like, if you already got or dealing with a man that he coming to the table with multiple baby mamas, right?
What make you think you're gonna be so special?
What make you think you're gonna be different? Like, what makes you look at yourself and can't say like y'all want a little bit more? Now you can go on fuck them, go on get your rocks off. That's what you want to do. But what type of precautions are being taken so you won't be a statistic on his belt?
But let's be honest, that also depends on the women that give a fuck, because some women go after these celebrities with a plot anyway. They already going. If I fuck with them and I get pregnant, that's a cash account for me anyway.
True, but some of them coming into the game with 3 or 4 baby mamas before you even know who the fuck they are. So what is it?
But they don't care. Like for anybody to know after his relationship with Ciara and how publicly displayed that shit was about how him being a deadbeat dad and a bad influence and all this other shit. And then you got women coming right behind fucking with him. It's their fault too.
Exactly. But my thing, that's the question I want to know. Like, what in your mind, like, for me, from the male point of view, looking at a woman, I don't mind a woman having a bunch of children, right? If I'm gonna get involved, because I love kids, so I don't care if a woman got a bunch of children. The amount of children doesn't matter. The amount of motherfuckers you let nut in you. I'm serious. The amount of motherfuckers you let nut in, because I'm be like, damn, you just let everybody nut in you. Like, you got 5 kids, but you already got 3 baby daddies. Like, you think I'm gonna be number 4? You shitting me? Not me.
Shit, someone
not
have a
me.
baby with each relationship.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but I mean, come
7
on.
relationships,
At,
7
at
babies.
one at one point, do you look at yourself and say like, I need a little bit more? I can't just be somebody's cum bucket.
But the problem is that when they, I guess some of them just say fuck it, because think about it. What decent guy is really going to sit still and say, I'ma handle that? Like, not too many. You got some out here, but not too many dudes, because dudes got options. They're gonna go, well, I'd rather mess with these women.
They got money and fame. They definitely got options.
Even your regular working Joe gonna go, she a nice lady, but I'm not gonna take my risk with that when I got women out here that don't have no kids or maybe got one. I'd rather deal with that than deal with somebody with multiple baby daddies.
That's why I said a lot of the fact that be the dude's fault too, because I'm not going into a situation and she got 5 kids, right?
It's not the fact that
listen. 3 baby fathers, right? And you expect me to take the condom off? Nah. Nah. Because something between 1, 2, and 3 happened when baby 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5 came out.
I'm not even taking off the COVID-19 mask. You ain't even kissing me in my fucking face. What are you talking about? You ain't nibbling on me. You crazy? No, sir.
But some women, and it's never talked about in public, some women have kids by multiple different men for financial stability. You got to look at that. That's a big time hustle, man. Like, we talk about the females that go after athletes, but the women out here that's actually having kids by multiple daddies and getting child support from all of them, they basically set themselves up for at least 18 years of financial freedom where they really ain't got to work.
You're right, but that's
if he can maintain that lifestyle.
Yeah, true.
When you get hit,
he don't get killed.
Let's take a previous situation. We take Diddy. Let's take Diddy. Everybody knows Diddy's a multimillionaire, billionaire, whatever he is, whatever his finances is.
Shout out LB Shaw.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But the thing is, you got all these children. You know what I mean? And you were paying, I believe his child support order was $30,000 per child. That's hard as shit to keep up. If you got 5 children, $150,000 a month in child support.
He set that standard when he took that man kid. He paid that man child support off.
But yeah, you paid off another man's child support just for the same woman. God rest her soul, she's no longer here to hit you for child support.
Yeah.
After you stepped up. What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. So.
You already showed you responsible, so why are you taking me? But that's something else. But what I'm saying is, like, the double standard in this situation, right? You have these athletes and these rappers and whoever that got 4 and 5, 6 baby mamas. They just go ahead and keep on trucking. Now let that be a woman. That shit is over for her. Your sons or your daughters, those are now your spouses now. Because like you said, it ain't no real man coming up and saying, you know what, I'm going to deal with all this shit. You know what I mean? Because if you're looking for a long-term situation, you already know that you're going to have to go deal with her baby father. Yeah. Like, y'all going to have to sit and have a conversation.
Well, and not only that, it's other obstacles.
You want to have 5 conversations.
It's other problems. You know, but think about it. It's other problems that come with that. Like, you got to deal with the fact of you may be dealing with a woman that and you looking at her for, long-term in marriage, but she looking at you like, my kids come first. Mm-hmm. She got a badass son. You trying to help keep him in order, and she like, don't talk to my son like that. But y'all under the same
and you
roof.
Already put the nut in like you got her pregnant.
But what I'm saying is, I'm just saying, like, these things like this, it's extra problems that could come about. Because it was men that I ran into that was in a relationship with women, and some of them still are. And they go, when it comes to the son, the teenage son that want to be, a knucklehead and don't listen, disrespectful to the mother, he be the man and try to put him in his place, like, hey, don't disrespect your mother, XYZ, and then she's going, don't talk to my son like that, blah, 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 blah.
You're not his father.
Things like that.
I raised him before you came around. Mm-hmm. That's the shit right there that he should have pulled out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because she's not looking for a long-term relationship.
Yeah, but that's because men. That's because, I said before, I get talked about a lot in these groups because I be trying to tell men know your worth.
Something else.
No, because I be telling men know your worth. I'm
Gotta
not.
know your worth.
I'm saying that
Women too know
take
your
it.
worth.
Yeah, but women always be told all the time to know your worth. But a lot of these dudes out here be putting themselves in situations because they keep going off the old factors of, me trying to make her happy. Her happy. And it's not even your responsibility. She not your wife.
Being
so
told that doesn't mean that they follow it.
Well, which is true, but some of them
because
do.
They wouldn't have all these kids.
No, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the guys who try to come in and deal with that.
No.
I'm talking about them type of guys that try to come in and deal with those issues like that.
You actually got guys that like all right, take my man E, right? No bullshit. Like, he love kids. So if he get with a woman that has a child, he's not just there for the woman. He's going to be there for the child.
It's a package deal.
You know what I mean? It's a package, and he understand that. Now, it's only going to be a certain amount of women can take that because they got the motherfucker who got no child support telling them, don't have him discipline my son, da-da-da-da. And then in the back of her head, in the back of her head, she like, who the fuck you da-da-da-da? But then when Eric say, hey, look, little man, don't talk to your mother like that, or go do your homework. Hey, you don't need to tell him that, because now she got him back of her head. That ain't what he said, so fuck him.
Yeah,
that's what's going on.
And some of that happened, but that's because that the parents are not mature enough. Because you could take my situation. When my ex, my situation. No, yeah, I'm about to let y'all know something. I'm mature in the way that I handle my situations. I handle my situation like men. At the end of the day, I know my ex-wife makes good decisions when it comes to her children, and she don't just throw somebody real quick around our children. Oh, now my son's about to turn 18, but I'm just saying in the past, like when he was younger, when he was younger, she just don't let anybody come around our kids because she's very respectful. Just because me and her didn't work out, I'm not passing her judgment on being a great mother, because she's an awesome mother. Like, she's a great mother and she protects her children. So once she started allowing a certain individual to be around our sons,
my son like that.
Yeah, I said have him be around.
God, I used to.
I'm trying to make a point. Listen, I know on the audio y'all listening. That's listening on the podcast stuff. You give me a second.
I apologize for.
When they start bringing them around, my kids would come and talk about how they had fun hanging out, stuff like that. And then when I actually came over there to see my kids at one time and get them, soon as I saw them, my first time, I didn't want to make things complicated for him. I went straight over to him, say, hey, how you doing? Introduced myself, shook his hand, and started a conversation with him. Because I wanted to let him know that, yeah, me and my ex been together since high school, but I heard so much about you from my kids. You're a good dude. It's like you build that relationship, because at the end of the day, I understand that the shoe was on the other foot, and this dude was a good dude, real good dude. I said to myself, if I saw how he tried to teach, even help with my sons, teaching them new things that I'm not at times when I'm not around them all the time, and he's showing them different stuff. If they ever, which they don't, but if they ever disrespected him, and their mother said something about it, he was the type of person I would have gave it okay because of the constant conversation. Hey, do what you gotta do. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, because my sons know better.
You had that respect him, but then you also the type of parent that you'd have checked your sons too.
Yeah, that's why I said I checked them, because I'm old. I'm old school with mine. It's like, at the end of the day, you a child. I'm still under that. You a child. You stay in the child's place. This new age. That's why I said it's hard for guys like us, because we deal with this new way of thinking. Because, see, the reason, and I'm not racist or anything, the reason why I call it European, because my grandmother raised me. And I remember how my grandmother used to physically discipline me for fucking up, even out in public. And my brother in white America used to get mad, like, you can't do this to your child, you couldn't do this. And white kids was being disrespectful to their parents all the time. We would never do that. It was like unheard of. But now, over time, because of the laws that they put in place to target us and things of that nature, now black parents got these problems with black kids because they can't set the standard of you a child, stay in the child's place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And,
see, that right there, that the laws took a lot of parenting out of the way, but
they created a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, but if you're gonna be a parent, fuck that. Fuck being a friend. My son, my daughters already know. I am gonna be your best father, you dig? But when you cross that line, ass whoopings is coming, you hear me? I don't give a fuck about the police. Lock me up for whipping my kids' ass. Yes, I don't care.
Yeah,
I do not care.
Yeah, but that's you. But see, that's you being a parent and going against. Because a lot of people today want to keep talking about laws, and I keep going. Your laws don't got nothing got to do with your family and your moral code. Your family supposed to it's supposed to be us against the outside in the laws. We set our family rules and family laws. That's more important than what the fuck the rest of the world doing. Because at the end of the day, the world don't give a fuck about you.
Nope.
It's about the family, and you don't break up anything that goes on within the family. Because if you step outside of that, then guess what, bitch? You on your own. It's like the Japanese. When these other cultures, when they cross the line, they want to break family guidelines, they disown them. They strip money and everything away from them. You see what I'm saying?
You stuck here in America.
You done.
And to me, that's how it's supposed to be.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. I told my son, one thing you ain't gonna do is make me a young grandfather, right? I ain't got a gray hair. You know what I mean? Like, I'm definitely not gonna be a pop. Like, and I've never been an advocate.
I'm a pop.
Look,
I'll pop at 37.
Look, see, and the funny thing with our culture, a lot of us end up being grandparents at a very early age. I told my son, look here, bro, you gonna get some education.
Oh, my grandkids.
We gonna build a skill around you and a business.
And I'm gonna be traveling on cruises.
One thing you're not gonna do is bring a child into this world before you marry. That's the shit that I'm putting, because I see how the system is. I was on child support. You know what I mean? Me, and I had my son.
Only you? I think all three of us, sir.
But listen, though. I was on child support, and my son came to live with me full time when he was 5 years old. Child support did not give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm like, he lives with me. You know?
Give a damn.
No, I don't want my son I already been through that struggle. Like, I don't want my son traveling that road. So that's the shit that I don't be understanding with these guys, that you already in
lived
that. You're in that system. Why are you just gonna keep nutting and different women like that? Shit is cool. That shit not a rite of passage.
Yeah, but that's what I said. That's where, to me, like, it's on you. It's like, if you already dealing with on both sides of the fence, because I want to make this about a sexist thing. It's just that being a young woman and a young man, and then you coming up in life, you had all these goals, dreams that you wanted to do, and then you fall for somebody, and then you end up exchanging, physical activity with each other, and then out of that, y'all create a seed, and then it don't work out with y'all, and then y'all go y'all separate ways. Whether she puts you on child support or not, and whether she put you on child support or not, that's somebody who you created another life with, and then that child is right there going. It needs both parents. But then both of you keep trying to search for love. You run out and try to jump into the next relationship with somebody else.
The child is the one that loses
out. But that's what I'm saying. And that's why it just keep going on. That was my point I was making, a cycle, because you trying to tell your kids don't live a lifestyle like this, but yet when they growing up, when they need their father, he not there. When they need their mom, they not there. When they need them, they don't see the unity. And kids are only going to emulate what they see for the most part. You may get an exception out the rule. Everybody gonna go, oh, that's not true, because I know somebody. Yeah, but we talk about in large numbers.
One person.
Yeah, one or two out of a lot of people, it don't count, because if it did count, it will show and reflect in our community.
Yeah.
This is the crazy thing, right? I like that you said that the kids lose at the end, because and we're going to talk about Future, since he was the one hot in the news. But
I'm calling him a clown. I ain't never called a man a clown, but he's a clown to me.
Yeah, but the thing is, you got 7 children, right?
8.
Well, 8. And if you got all them children that's not in the same household, I mean, how can you really father or parent that child from a man's point of view? You already got to hustle, because now you got all these child support payments that you got to make, right? Therefore, your children don't live in the same house. So how do you divide your time between
listen, bro, listen. Let me tell you why. Listen,
that's the worst.
I'm telling you that from a father who had for is by the same woman. Like from the same woman. It's hard, especially when they get to their teenage stages and you not in their household every day. And then when I'm off and I got time to get over there and spend with them, I got 2 today. Cause the other 2 working, this one over here doing this, and this one over here doing this, and then you running over here. It's not enough time in the fucking day.
And that's what people don't see the long term thing in it. It's like, and God forbid if the one time that you promised this one particular child that you gotta miss. Like, people don't really leaving that child on the step or the child looking out the window waiting for daddy to pull up is like the worst fucking feeling.
Oh, I remember those days.
I know that
I remember those days. I remember those days as a kid, and that's what my whole goal at the time. I was like, I gotta break that thing that went on with my father, because my father used to have me like that, tell me he coming, and then he don't show up. But the worst part about it was he didn't even make a phone call or nothing. Like. I said he didn't make a phone call or nothing like that. But as I got, my side of the family, I ain't pulling nobody. They had their choice words to say, because you know how women are. They don't like to see the child, around waiting. All my father had to do is make a phone call to say, "Hey son, look, I can't make it. I had to stay late at work," because it was always him working. He still worked to this day.
But then he might not want to disappoint you.
But listen, that's
because we were younger. They thought that we didn't understand that they were working.
No.
If
for
you
me,
call me and say, "Yo, I'm working,"
but no, as kids, we don't understand. And even if they would have said that, I'm thinking about me as a kid. Even if my father would have told me when I was 7, 8, 9 years old that he was coming to get me and he didn't. If he told me that he had to work, I still wouldn't have fully understand, because that's my dad and I want to spend time with him. But when I got older and I got a chance to live with him, when Child Protective Services came in and gave him full custody of me in my 9th grade, because they was going to give it to my grandmother, and I was like, no, I want to go live with my father. Because a part of me as a young man still wanted to, that connection with my father. Yeah. So when I got with him, my stepmother did most of the work, because my father, I saw his life. I was like, no, I ain't talking to him because he the father. He's supposed to come talk to me. She told me, she said, listen, you've been here, living here for 6 months. She said, do your father hang around in the house? She said, where your father at? I said, he's working. She said, yeah, he's always working. He always been like this the entire time. Even when I met him, your father's a workaholic. She said, do he talk a lot? I said, no. She said, your father really don't conversate a lot. When he come home, he stay to himself. She said, y'all like boxing? Go in there and talk. She said, God gave you the gift to run your mouth all the time. Go in there and talk to your father. He'll open up. He said, but your father's really not a talkative person. So when I went in there one night and we was boxing, Prince Nassim, back in the day when he was showing off boxing. Yeah. And I sat down and I started talking to him about it. That's when all my answers that I wanted to know got opened up. His father wasn't a great father. He watched his father, beat on them, abuse them. My grandmother wasn't in his life, cheating on other women. He said when he told this, back in the day, it was different times. Right. He said when his brothers and them told his mother that, hey, my dad out here cheating on you with other women, at 16, their moms didn't want to believe it and kicked them out the house. Mm-hmm. And they was living around the other family member houses and stuff because of how things were back in the day during those times. Yeah. So it was like he didn't even know how to be a father himself, but he had kids. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
It's a vicious cycle, because I'm gonna tell you like this. You see, I got my notes written down, jotted down. It's a lot of entertainers that I wrote down on my list. I know y'all can't see it at home, and whatever, but it's a lot of entertainers. You got Future, Peter Guns, Fetty Wap, comedian Country Wayne, Lil Uzi, Karl Malone, Moneybagg Yo, Evander Holyfield, like all of these people, Diddy, they got all these children. And I'm not saying anything about their fatherhood, because materialistically, they're there, right? They are there, taking care of the child's needs and the child's wants, as far as when it comes down to materialistics. But them men, those guys are go-getters. They in the entertainment world. You on the road most of the year. You on TV most of the year. And the funny thing about it, a lot of fathers think that, long as I buy my son some sneakers around Easter time on his birthday, get him something around Christmas, that takes the weight off my shoulders. It doesn't. The time that they want to spend with you costs way more and is worth way more to them than materialistic. Because I'm going to tell you a situation about me and my son. I'm always there for him. You know what I mean? He'll be 20 years old this year. Everything he ever needed, ever wanted, I got it. Every PTA meeting, every football game, every this. Except one time. One time I missed a championship game. That's the one fucking time he remembered. All the other shit that I done, he don't remember that shit. But that one game I missed, he remembers that shit. And that's what all these other shit, they remember all the times that you missed. They don't remember the fact that you may have bought them 10 pair of sneakers in one day. They don't remember that shit. That shit don't mean nothing as a child.
And the crazy shit about it, out of all of them though, I think Diddy did it different because they was always with him every drop of a dime.
Because he can afford.
Because that's what I said.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
what I'm
the
saying. I
difference.
wasn't challenging nobody's fatherhood.
Yeah, because
I'm
that's-
just saying the materialistic aspect of it is what people
because
think
some
being a
people
father is.
because everybody. That's why I said you can't put all these guys in the same category because, like you said, everybody different. The relationship is different. Some of them deadbeats because that's just what they are, and some guys just deadbeats because of the circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's the and for most cases, because the way the image of us being portrayed, I really think that it's because of circumstances why a lot of black fathers are not around, because you can't pay all this, be at work here, and then be here in a separate house, all the time. It's impossible to do that.
And you're scared to go to jail because every time you go around and try to see your kid, they try to send you to jail.
And then
Well, yeah, they're going not all, but some do deal with
and
that.
I want a lot of women to look in the mirror too, because a lot of times, if you're baby mama, even if you early as baby mama number 2, right? All the telltale signs were there that he was a piece of shit before he nutted in you. How much time did you spend with him all the time and the child wasn't there? He was always there underneath you, fucking you, taking you. Where the fuck is the child? A real woman's gonna check it like, yo, don't you got a son or a daughter? When the last time you seen them? Are you spending time with them? You over here underneath me every day, 24/7. When are you spending time with your child?
But
they're not.
It's called selfishness.
But they don't see it. Love make a person stupid, bro.
No, it did. Love definitely make a person stupid, and I think that's the issue when it comes to. I'm not passing disclaimers. We got disclaimers when we talking about the opposite sex.
Fuck that. We adults. We talking real
I'm just
shit
saying,
here. If you don't like it, turn it off, dog.
But I'm saying disclaimers. The reason why women are dealing with a lot of the issues is because on a mass scale, they're not being held responsible for any decisions that they make. They're always played out to be the victim. So I kept trying to tell women in every situation, the reason why it keeps happening to y'all and to the young girls that's coming, because y'all not teaching them that, A, you can't do this. These are the consequences for this. You making everything look like that every decision that they make, they the victim because of their emotions and feelings, and they can't take responsibility for the actions that they make. So you got these young girls out here thinking that it's okay to do it. So when they feelings come in, they don't have no older adult woman telling them, look, these young men, I was about to say young niggas, but these young men out here don't even know what they want. Like, it ain't no woman, it ain't no woman on a large scale telling these young girls, look, these young boys out here still trying to find themselves. They don't know what they want. It don't make them a bad guy, but you don't want to mess around and give your life up and your future for a guy that don't even know what path he really gonna be on.
A lot of the times, the women that's powerful with the voice, you're right, they're not teaching because they too busy trying to shit on us.
But that's my point. So the anthem,
Fuck me too.
So the anthem is always going to keep being that we better than men. We better than men.
Instead of
men
teaching them,
stupid.
you know what I'm saying?
Men is in fighting instead of trying to get these young women to go, look, value yourself and value your worth. You can't. It's wrong for you to be out here having sex at a young age and doing this, because at the end of the day, the odds is that motherfucker ain't gonna be around for you. So you need to save yourself and wait till you get your goals and things that you want, and find a guy that's squared away with his shit together, and then y'all create a union together, and then y'all move forward and have both of y'all mother and father in the house raising your kids later. That's not being taught. It's always a bashing session about the men ain't shit, blah blah blah. But you still got these young girls running out here, and even adult women running out here trying to find love, and they ain't even got their shit together themselves.
So I really be thinking that they not even really trying to find, like, especially our age, they not even trying to find love no more. They just trying to find lust. They actually just...
No, they trying to find financial stability, bro.
With lust comes financial stability, because the motherfuckers who's lusting over the pussy is giving up the bread. The ones that's actually trying to build something with a woman is actually taking their time to get to know her. That's not what they want no more.
Come
on.
In some cases, bro.
It's some cases. You had said some.
Yeah, but it's enough.
Some.
No, it's
not enough. Because if it is, you still want to have 14, 13, 12-year-olds getting pregnant, and then by the time their fucking mothers turn 30, they got their grandmother twice. It's not mothers out here teaching that, like you said. That some is a large amount of number. Because if it is, we will see a different change through social media, but it's not. Because you can't say that our age or people, because my aunt, she's fucking 76, got an Instagram and a Facebook. A lot of them do. So it's not like social media is not the end-all or be-all no more. Oh, you can't say, oh, this amount of people don't have it. Now when you look at social media and you look at the range, it tells you all the way up to 89 because they on that shit now. Because that's how they get to see their grandkids because
True.
they might live in Florida.
True.
And they saying other shit. So if it was a large amount, you would see a different play through social media, but it's not. Because every time you see a woman say anything in reference to when it comes to a man and a woman getting pregnant and this and that, it's always protect yourself because these dogs out here are this.
I agree.
Fucking rats.
I agree with you with that, but to me, I really think that it's a lot of good men. We can speak out of black culture. It's a lot of good black men out here and a lot of good black women out here. I just always say that the squeaky wheel gets the oil. What the women out here who getting like I said, most women when they get with a man, they don't have no intentions on trying to and then go around to the other motherfucker. It's normally us that don't really want to settle down like right away with one person. When girls born and they going forward and they find somebody who they like, women emotional, and they lock into, they don't really have no intentions of fucking like leaving a motherfucker for the most part. Like, on a larger scale when it comes to women. Yeah, you got your hustling women out here that's trying to get the bag and get a motherfucker for everything he got. We're not talking about them sluts. Like, you can slide them over to the side. Okay, I'm talking about on a large... I'm talking about the larger scale, and I know some people can get offended by that, but there are opposites of the good women out here.
Fuck them.
The ones that actually are good, a lot of them get damaged by our immature behavior, because I totally believe that everything starts with us. I'm still old fashioned with that. In society, everything starts with the man. We plant the seed. We the ones out there hunting. Women normally, if you leave a woman the fuck alone, don't fuck her when she innocent and don't fuck up her life, she's fine. But the minute that we have sex with a woman, think about it. It's different. She locked in for the long haul. You see another chick that look pleasing to the eye and flesh, and then a part of you going, I want to dominate her too. It's like, it's just natural that way.
The long haul ends after you nut.
Yeah, because that's why I said in the beginning, a woman has the power. Yeah. The minute that you have sex, and if you dominate her in the bedroom, it's over. You now have the power. She the one that's going to be like blowing up your phone in the beginning. When you meet a chick, you like, playing his cards to see if he gets some. A woman going, she doubt, am I gonna give myself or not? She ain't really worrying about him. But the minute y'all have sex and that power transfer, that's when the man have it.
Yeah, right. I must be weak as shit.
My
sex game must be terrible as shit. Because I think I nut too fast.
Hey, look, Conway. We ain't going.
I'm just saying.
We have a lot of Marco Polo talks. This dude keep figuring.
But yeah, it's the fact that like you right. But then you still have that.
You remember this? Not too long ago?
Oh,
I'm gonna shoot your ass.
Oh yeah, right. I'm gonna shoot. Yeah,
I'm gonna shoot your ass.
Yeah, he was Earl Thomas for Earl Thomas.
Motherfucker's crazy,
But no, you got but you gotta think about it. Like what we talking about, they not in our age. They younger than us, so they don't have an old school thinking like that. Now the old whores that was fucking like that and having all these babies before us, it was a generation. It was people that had a bunch of kids before us. Then you had our generation that probably had like 2-3 baby mothers. You know what I'm saying? Now this new generation, they don't give a fuck about life. They don't even know what a condom is.
Well, I don't think.
You know what I'm saying?
I wanted to piggyback off what you had said a few minutes ago, and then he had took it when you said the mothers don't teach. Like it's not a lot of fathers around teach either, because if it's a strong daddy in the mix teaching his son how he's supposed to treat a woman, or he teaching his daughter like, look, You are my daughter. You know what I mean? Whoever you bring into the table, I need to meet to see if he's qualified or worthy enough to be fucking with you.
But then it goes back to what he was saying before that. Is that not a lot of fathers there because they get caught up in that nut, have a child, then they not together no more, and now it's like she hate him because now he moved on.
Yeah, because you can't.
She ain't move on.
You can't intervene. You can't intervene with what I want to get done.
And I'm gonna tell
Not
you,
moving to the side and letting the father be the father to the children and give them the manly advice. Sometimes mothers want to jump in and dictate when not the advice can be given.
So it's almost like a double-edged sword because I'm gonna tell you, like, since everybody get their personals and shit, you know what I mean? My son mother, right? No one even knew she was my son mother. I had my son so much that they thought that Tay was my son mother. You know what I mean?
Wife now.
Yeah. Right? Once she got a boyfriend, right? That had a little, I mean, he was cool, but I did the same thing you did. Came to him, let him know what's up. He was the one that told me, "Damn, she paint you to be something different." Because now she has
I went through that.
Now she have a man, you feel me? And she even said out her mouth that because I had my daughter then, Brooke, you feel me? Oh, you not gonna spend that much time with our son, so I'm gonna let him do what? I'm still here, right? Once me and him had that conversation, then I started getting my son more again, like I was.
Yeah, because
now he went back like, yo.
Because you
XYZ.
go ahead.
You know what happens? You know what happens is like you could be the greatest father in the world. When that new sausage come into play, they kind of want you to be like to fall back and disappear and let them go on with their life with this new motherfucker.
Right.
Because even my son is my son's mother first child. So I was painted out to be a piece of shit ass blah 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 into whatever she was fucking for the week came and met me. You know what I mean? Then it was like, no, you ain't really. You're not what people make you to be. Even when she, you know, quote unquote, you know what I mean, tell shit to other homegirls and other family members, they like, damn, that shit ain't true. Because they hit me up like, you ain't even that type of guy.
And that's a fact because her family members still follow me on Facebook. And one of them actually said recently, like, yo, that's some bullshit. I don't even like how this going. I got to holler at her because I noticed that when you out and you taking pictures of your family, he not there like he used to. But they see it. But now they also see that now that after her and Yoda broke up, you feel me? That's when child support came into play. 10 years later.
Yeah, child support come into play every time somebody get better.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because that's when that shit came.
I was because she was in the air.
But
that notice came to me. I'm looking at the mail like, what the fuck is this?
But that's why I said that. And this is what I had taught my sons is that the responsibility going to rely on you because I try to tell people all the time, I don't care what this society is doing because they're lying to everybody. There is no such thing as equality.
Exactly.
I said it's not because as long as you're going to be a man, a woman's natural instinct, when she look at you, she going to be looking naturally. Rather, she don't even know nobody taught her. When she look at you, just the aura of you being a man, she going to look at you for protection. And it's somebody that she can trust and support. When men look at women, we do not look at them the same way they look at us. I don't look at...
Not until later down the line.
Listen, like not until later down the line, but I'm talking about even the facts of it. When I look at a woman, I don't look at a woman for protection.
Oh, no.
Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, when I know, we never look at a woman for protection.
Or
somebody... Yo, Andy, he on his own with that, bro. I'm not shooting shots with you, but I'm just saying.
Because he always want to sit her with us.
Listen, that's fucked up.
You like, you know what he be doing, yo.
That's fucked
Hey,
up.
yo, it's a nice day outside.
You know what he be doing.
It's a nice day
You know he get on the
That's
phone
fucked
like, babe, they messing with me, and she come right on the phone. Y'all better leave my baby alone.
Yeah, that's fucked up. But yeah,
shout out to Tay, though.
We don't look at shout out to Tay, shout out to Tay and Andy. But we don't we don't look
Andy
at
Tay.
women in that manner.
And the other Tay too. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, why we? Yeah, but we don't look at women in that manner. So that's why we hold the greater responsibility when it when it comes to that, with all these decisions that's being made. And that's why I tell men of today, you see how the system is already set up against you. So if you go out there and you want, like, for example, with Future, that's why I call him a clown. The reason why I'm calling the man a clown is because of not the fact of the amount of baby mothers that he do have, his attitude about it. Yeah. Is what I don't like. It's a childish behavior, and I'm sitting here going, I'm like, nigga, you the one who put yourself in a situation.
I got the money.
So you can't be mad. I said, it's all right. You got the first one. All right, it ain't work out. She put you on child support. I can see why you argue.
That happens a lot.
Yeah, it happens a lot. Then the second one comes along. Okay, and if that happened, boom. But if you got a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, nigga, that's all you. That's all you right there, man.
You never learned the lesson. It took me. I got one kid. I got one. Even though I love children, like I'm in my nieces and nephew lives, my stepkid life. Like I love children. But it scorned me to the point. Going through that situation, it scorned me to say I'm never gonna have another baby mama. I need a wife to have another child, and that's all. And I didn't want to be a baby father with my only kid. I didn't never want to be a baby father. I wanted to be a husband first. It's just it didn't work out like that. It just didn't. I did not want to be a baby daddy. Never.
Cause you were shorter than
never.
She would have cradled you and shit.
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
She'd have cradled you.
She got a mean jab though.
Yeah.
I should press charges on everybody else. Go back.
Give me a second. He said I'm on Robin Hood. He said he ain't mean to be a father, about to invest stock in Trojan. Give me a second.
Yo. So anyway. Hey yo. Anyway, see, he just went on and just fucked me up with that shit. You lost my whole train of thought, so now you got to pick it back up.
No, I'm a chill. But anyway, like moving forward with this, how can this problem be fixed? What can we do of the adults today to try to turn the course for this to stop happening, to being a continuous cycle in the black community?
Can I answer this? Yeah. I can tell you what my wish is that I wish would happen in schools is they had a real life curriculum about real life in school, from elementary on through high school. Listen what I'm saying. What I'm saying, not sex ed.
I know you talking
real
about
life ed. You know what I mean? If I'm 11 years old and somebody's showing me a video like, man, if you don't get your life together and stay off the block, look, in 4 or 5 years, you 16, you could be in that coffin. Or look, young lady, like all the things you like to do with your friends, hang out and all this other stuff, you get pregnant in 2 years, that shit is over. And really show the downside of that to a young person early. That's my wish.
Yeah, because a lot of these girls,
they're not going to do that.
Because
it was your parents' responsibility.
But then it's a money thing too. Child support is big business.
Yeah.
Listen, but houses are messed up. Not even in these areas that we talking about. The financial structure is not even there to even really financially take care of a kid for the most part. But a lot of girls,
Q4s,
no
Q45s and shit.
Yeah, with the help of government assistance. But what I'm trying to say is that the young girls, true facts. But these young girls out here, they truly, because of the lack of love that they feel like they getting from home, they try to find it in a relationship.
You know what?
Find it in a nut.
You know what?
In a relationship with a man. Seriously,
my theory has been, because when you said that about not having the finances to take care of a child, that's why I honestly don't feel sorry for a lot of people. Because first of all, if you already don't have shit as a female, and man, you don't have shit, and y'all fucking, y'all bring another life into this world, and y'all both don't have shit, how can you take care of this child? A condom costs $1, bro. $1. If you can't afford that $1, hold up.
What condoms he use?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, $1.25 at the gas station. That's for one.
I'm just asking.
$1.37 with tax.
But
for one. But
I don't want no open pack condoms.
No shit.
I want the box.
But listen.
But hold up though.
Listen.
All right, I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna tell you
listen.
why.
If you already don't have shit, and you bringing life into this world, how is it everybody else's fault that you struggling? How is that? How can you blame that on your environment? If you already don't have no money, then why the fuck are you bringing a life into this world and expecting something to drastically change for the better?
Cause
Why?
they like pussy and she like
Like,
dick.
well, yeah, that too. But like you hear these entertainers, right? You hear these entertainers have the same struggle story. Have the same struggle story. I had to do this because we didn't have nothing growing up. Then why you ain't sit your mother and father down and say, you're a piece of shit for bringing me into this world and we was already fucking struggling. That's the reality of the situation.
But that's
the reality of the situation.
But then you gotta look at it, right? Like, some motherfuckers rap that shit and never had that life. Like, Rich Homie Quan, breaking in motherfuckers' houses, beating people up, robbing them, selling dope and all that. Had mother and father home. But in his story, you think that motherfucker had nobody there. Mm-hmm. It's just some of these motherfuckers is good storytellers from their homeboys. Mm-hmm. Sit around me, I might have been right whole fucking 16 bucks.
Or you home, you're a young lady struggling and your baby father was running the street now, he locked up, and oh my God, how am I doing on my own? You knew that before you even let him nut in you. You knew what the path was he was leading. Now you want somebody to feel sorry for you because now you got to take the baby down to the jail every 2 weeks. You know what I mean? You're not getting no support financially, emotionally, mentally.
Buy a chicken box.
Well, why are you fucking? You should be
Come on now. Come on now.
Come on, I'm gonna throw this pen in.
Come on now.
You fucking? You hungry?
So basically, what you saying is
you ain't eating.
So
but
basically,
you got the energy to fuck, and you
so
can't
basically, what he's saying,
you got the energy. Listen to what I'm saying. You got the energy to fuck, and you can't get a chicken box.
Cause bread out here.
You know what I'm saying?
That's your question. All right, so ask your question.
Food stamp.
You have a chicken box or smash tatted up Holly?
I ain't poor.
What I'm saying.
Options. No.
If that was your
option.
option.
I need to eat, bro.
So
and I'm not talking about eating her box.
Tatted up Holly
real food,
or chicken.
Yo, you can't put me in there. You can't put me in there. Let's go get somebody off the street that's homeless. Like, yo, what you trying to get some pussy or you want this cheeseburger?
He gonna take that pussy.
He gonna take that motherfucker cheeseburger.
No, hell no.
He gonna take that pussy.
No shit.
They had no pussy.
This motherfucker lying, yo. This motherfucker lying.
How you know?
Some of these homeless niggas ain't had no box.
Some of these homeless people be fucking more than we be fucking.
Yo, they ain't had no, especially one that didn't have no box in a long time.
It doesn't listen. Let me tell y'all something.
Y'all
it
lying.
Listen. Yo, it doesn't matter.
Y'all lying.
Listen, let me tell you something, yo. It doesn't matter if a man had, that homeless man could have had pussy 5 minutes ago. If it's new, compared to some food to eat, he gonna choose that pussy.
And it's not gonna stink either.
Hell, come on now.
And it's not gonna be
How he gonna know what's stinking if he already stinking?
Because it's some homeless by.
But how he gonna know what's stinking?
Bro, gonna make him wash up.
Bro, Shane ain't gotta be homeless. I'm telling you, a dude ain't gonna eat in 30 days. Eating 30 days.
Yeah. He ain't got the energy to fucking feed.
He will find the energy, yo. He will find the energy.
He fuck around fight you for playing games with him.
He gonna lick her sweat and get the energy.
No, he
like
gonna fuck
Gatorade.
around. He gonna fuck around fight you for playing with his emotions. Like, what you mean? I gotta choose between both. Why can't I have both? Like,
no. He gonna look at her, especially with somebody like your girl, tatted up high.
Why we gotta keep saying tatted up high?
Because we know you love her.
Yo, it's other IG models that I love, yo.
He gonna be like this. Cheeseburger.
It's a lot of IG models I love.
And I'll get the energy from her sweat.
No.
Shit.
Hell
yeah.
To the no.
No, you saying that because you don't want no homeless nigga fucking.
Yeah, I don't have no control over that, yo. Yo, it's crazy though. But look, check this out. Let me go ahead and get y'all final thoughts on this. Y'all wild, man. How we gonna change the narrative on this? How we gonna make these women and these men value themselves more just to, build family and not just be a statistic on somebody's garter belt?
Well, for me, it's basically look at a mirror and look at your life. Like, we got to start realizing, like, why would I bring a child in this world with a woman who probably didn't have a father either, right? I didn't have a father either. And I'm not really feeling her like that.
Long term,
you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They say it only take one time to be 18 years in a hole. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because once the baby comes, she puts you on child support. It's 18 years on the whole. You know what I'm saying? If she
21
if she puts you on child support, you got the ones out here that whatever. I don't got that one. But you got those, right? Those unicorns. And man, fuck me up. But
you fucked yourself up.
Yeah, it fucked me up because you're like, it's some unicorns out here. That shit crazy. But it's to the fact like you gotta look yourself in the mirror and say, am I ready to do this? Am I like fit to do this? Like because that what some of y'all not even, most of the young ones anyway, y'all not even fucking shorty for a long time because y'all pilled up. So y'all nut game only 2 minutes anyway. So y'all not really.
So shit. So is mine. And I'm sober as a motherfucker. All the time.
That's because you still got. You still they.
So is mine. Like
your
I'm
growth spurt stopped and shit. So it's still think you're a kid.
She better get hers. Once I get mine, party over. She better get hers.
But it's like you not there. You can't even really last long to even put the condom on. You feel me? Like you wasting $1.25 for that single.
I feel like you talking to me about this. I really feel like this is personal.
No, see you. But no,
pause. Like, how would y'all know? I know some of the niggas are saying.
Shit
Like,
I just said a few minutes ago. I feel as though all my
no.
indiscretions I put out there, you throwing into your last final
Yo,
thought.
this motherfucker. No, I'm just saying, yo. At the end of the day, right, you just gotta look at yourself, look at how you came up, and see if that's really what you want to do. Because, especially if she already have 6 and 4 baby fathers, you think that you're gonna change her life? That's not Ayana. You feel me? You not Ayana. You can't change her life from what she thinks and her moves and her respect for herself. And you can't put respect on her if she's thinking a different way either. So for me, it's just like y'all just gotta get there and know each other before y'all think about having a kid. Because I know what they say now, like, oh, I love her, I want her to have my baby. But then how much do you really love her? And how much do she really love you? So only thing I'm just saying, man, like, you gotta think before you do shit. And when you start thinking and get off the pills and shit, understand, like, it's a whole nother life I'm bringing in the world. And I don't even have the drive to make money. Because you could be broke, but still have a drive to make money or extra bread. If you don't have that drive, then keep your dick away, yo.
Follow him and talk to him.
Yeah,
go ahead, Fletch. Go ahead, drop your final thoughts real quick.
Okay, all right. And in reference to me, since he took care of the young brothers who out there in the streets, because that's where he's from, I'm gonna deal with the regular brothers like coming up, you know. But no, it's just it's just like this.
Yo,
for them,
what do you think I'm angry?
No, this here for the.
What are you trying to play with me?
Listen, for the young men. Listen, for the young men out here.
Oh,
yeah,
all right.
for the young men out here.
I'm gonna let it go.
If you're gonna deal with it with a female, and I said, if you're gonna deal with a female with a lot of kids, just realize going into that relationship, you're gonna have to be a strong brother because them kids gonna come first.
Yeah.
They gonna come before you. So if you wanna get the king status in that house, you better take on all that responsibility, treat them kids like they're yours, and show that woman that security if you really love her and you want to you see yourself spending the rest of your life with her. If not, don't play no games with the chick. Don't even entertain her. Going on about your business. And for you women out here who keep being out here trying to mess with these guys and try to build a future with a guy that got 11 baby mothers, I mean, you can't even put a number on that shit. But these different baby mothers, then. If you get stung too and you become baby mother number, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, that's on you. That's all I can say. Be careful about who you give your body to. Make wise decisions because most of the time everybody know better, but you're gonna go off of how you feel with that person because that person giving you the representative. If they are showing that they still a deadbeat dad and don't never talk about the kids that they had previous before in their life, then guess what? You only a factor to that person right now, and the next thing you know down the line, you ain't gonna mean shit to them either.
You're gonna have to probably get on the knee, man.
Yeah, and just know it's Flesh. Follow me, Flesh is PHLESH 410 on all social media.
Now, go ahead, pretty baby.
My final thoughts, man. I just want all the parents to, teach their kids early, some morals and values, and become
What's that?
a husband, right? Become a husband or a wife. Like if you're a mother and you have a son, and you put his father through child support, through all this bullshit, then realize that same thing might happen to your own son.
Boyfriend number
But
two.
then, if you're a single mother and have a son and, his father isn't around, then you got to put the morals in for him not to be like his father. And the same thing about dads. Like, you know what I mean? If you don't want your daughter to be a young statistic, you got to be there. Put some morals and values in her. You know what I mean? She should fear you more than she fear any man in this world because you her father. And she should feel as though, like, if she bring a child into this world and she's not somebody's, she didn't take on somebody's last name, that she let you down. And the same thing with your son. You got to put that energy into your son and let him know, like, yo, you're not going to be out here just planting your seed all over the place because you're not going to be able to prosper. We all want our children to be wealthy and prosper in life, and that comes with building family, not building multiple baby daddies and baby mamas. So with that being said, it's been another edition of Imperfect Sense right here on UnifiedRadio.tv. Follow me at Eric410 on Instagram, man. And we see y'all the same time, same unified channel next week, man. Peace.
We out.